Bonitas, a new foundation balm has entered the building, but this time, this one is an affordable one, okay? So L'Oreal launched their new foundation balm, and we're gonna be putting this to the test, full day wear test, see how this does on very oily skin, texturized skin, rosacea skin, see if this is worth your cash or not. Get started, bonitas, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel, because I would love for you to become a member of our Familia Bonita here on YouTube. I share all things beauty, let you know what is worth your cash, what is not worth your cash for mis bonitas on a budget. So go ahead, subscribe, also hit that like button if you enjoy watching foundation reviews and want to continue seeing more of these. So be sure to do those two things, because that really helps this channel continue to grow. And let's get into this foundation review. Went ahead, did the eyebrows, did the brows. I'm actually trying out the new Rare Beauty Tinted Brow Gel right now. I used it at the end to kind of fluff up the brows a little bit. I forgot how much I love the Urban Decay tubing mascara. I stopped using this for a minute because I was using the Milani tubing mascara. This is some good stuff. It's giving my lashes lots of length and volume, and I love that. Okay, so now let's start on the base. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my go-to primer, which is the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm. This is the universal one, so this one has no tint to it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take this product and put it right in the areas where I get the most oily. So for me, that tends to be right around the nose, like the T-zone area. Everywhere else, I'm a-okay. This has been like a go-to product for me. Game changer product, really does the job and keeps everything together. So we have that there. I'm gonna read a little bit about this on Ulta's app. You can purchase this from Ulta and also Target. I did pick mine up from Target because the color that I needed was in stock there, but also it is a little bit cheaper. So at Ulta, this product is, how much is it? $17.99, and then at Target it's like $15. So I did pick up the shade medium 5. This is the L'Oréal Paris True Match Hyaluron Tinted Balm. It is a lightweight balm foundation formulated with 80% skincare ingredients. This is makeup that feels as good as it looks. It hydrates the skin and plumps the look of fine lines. It's a buildable light to medium radiant coverage that melts onto the skin, covering imperfections instantly and improving the look of skin over time. 91% said imperfections like wrinkles and fine lines looked minimum after use. It is safe for all skin types, dermatologist tested for safety and non-comedogenic. It also combines that instant hydration of skincare with radiant coverage for foundation all day comfort, never greasy or cakey. It also is the on-the-go type of format, and here you do get the product, then you get a nice little mirror, and you get a little puff, which for me personally, I don't really like to use a puff, but you're more than welcome to use it. But this really creates it great for on the go and any type of retouches. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Rare Beauty foundation brush. I've been really enjoying this brush, super nice brush. I feel like these type of brushes work best for foundation balms. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this, again, the shade 5. And I have to say, I was very impressed with the pigment of this foundation balm, because I don't know why, but for some reason I was expecting the pigmentation of like Laura Mercier, which you guys know, Laura Mercier and also It Cosmetics did recently come out with foundation balms. So I was kind of expecting my first swipe to be, you know, more like sheer, but this, I mean, look how well that covers the redness immediately. Like it covers it immediately. As for the color, I'm also a fan of this shade in 5. I was between this shade and I think the shade 7, but something told me go with the shade 5, and I'm happy I did, because this really just is working really well and it blends really seamlessly and nice into my neck. It does have some radiance, but the radiance doesn't look greasy. It almost looks like a radiance from within. I do feel like with some other balms that I've tried, you can see like that radiance really pop out, like almost like a little oily. But this, I feel like this is a true radiance from within, and you can see the difference with having the product on and not having anything on at all. Redness fully exposed, no redness here, and you didn't have to take too much product to really notice that difference. Now, something else I do want to point out about this product is that in here you do get 0.28 ounces of product, which is better than the Laura Mercier. So that's a good thing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go on this side. I'm gonna take this product, blend it out. I do like the hydration in this. Now I do want to point out, because this is a hydrating product, it is going to give that radiance, which therefore can enhance a little bit of the texture. I do feel like some of the texture of my skin is enhanced here, but I don't think the foundation overall looks bad. Like, I think it looks very nice. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin either, which is a major plus. I also do really think these type of balm foundations are great because they're so mess free, especially for the bonita on the go. If you don't like anything too messy, this is gonna be great because you just go in and apply. Like, it just applies very well, so you can see. Very nice, right? One thing I do want to point out though, when I have a foundation that's lightweight and has a glow, as somebody with oily skin, and I'm using all the products that I like to use, is that I feel like it makes it easy for things to layer on because they adhere quicker and faster because there's so much good hydration and the product's so lightweight. So for example, with this, we can go in with all our creams and then really set with some powder and see how the hold is on that. Let me go ahead real quick and touch it. I want to see how it feels. Definitely sticky and transfers. So you definitely want to make sure you really set this in place so that you have minimum transfer with this, but this is what we're looking like. I think the color looks great, right? So now that we've applied our foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and take my cream products. I'm starting off with L'Oreal's cream bronzer. This bronzer stick is so good. It's quickly become one of my favorites and is very comparable to a high-end one, which I'll be talking about in a future video. But I love a good cream product. Now I'm going in with the liquid blush by Rare Beauty and Happy, and I'm going to begin blending everything together. As you can see, I did apply the concealer first. I used the NYX one. I just forgot to film that part. So I let everything kind of sit on the skin as I'm blending, and I'm going to be blending the concealer out last because I just really like for it to warm up with the foundation and kind of just sit there before we blend everything else out. And also it does really help diffuse any blush blindness we may have if we went a little too overboard with the blush. So now I'm going in and blending that concealer out with a powder puff, and then I'm applying a little bit of loose powder on those under eyes to really set them in place. I find this really helps out. That's the only place I'm applying the powder, just so that you know. I'm not going anywhere else with that loose powder, but I am going to go in with a pressed powder to set in the areas where I do get the most oily, because I do want to make sure that this stays really nice and in place. And as you can see, this worked really well with the powders. It doesn't look cakey whatsoever. The foundation looks really nice and seamless. I think it's because it's such a lightweight foundation balm that it really allows for everything to adhere really well onto the foundation. Now I'm going in with my lip combo, which I'm using a YSL lip liner in 103 and Virgencita lip gloss by Reina Rebelde, and that is the look for today. We have completed the full look using the new L'Oreal foundation balm. This is what we got going on. You guys saw me apply all my products on the face. Right now we are looking really nice and ready for the day. So I am going to be wearing this makeup all day long. I'm gonna be wearing this through workout, through walking my dog, through just running a bunch of errands, all that good stuff. So I'll do a natural lighting clip. Then I'll do my final thoughts at the end of the day to let you know how this wore for the entire day. Right now it is 9 in the morning. So we're gonna be wearing this for about 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours. We'll see how far we get, but I think we're doing good right now. First initial application is looking nice, and it looks like skin. It doesn't look cakey or heavy, and the skin still looks nice and hydrated, which is always a plus. So I'm gonna go ahead on, carry on with the rest of my day, and I will see you bonitas later. Bonitas, it is 12:47, and this is what the makeup looks like. I've been walking my dog. I was outside for a bit, was cleaning, finished Love Island. Well, this is watching Love Island, so freaking good. This is my first time ever watching it, but it's good. But here is the L'Oreal foundation balm. As you can see, I feel like it's really blurring the texture, but it's still very well and on, and it is hot outside. I was out for a minute, so it's staying on. There is some radiance, but I feel like it's not as severe as it could be because I have my powder on and all that. But this is what it's looking like at 12. As for the color, I think the color looks really good. Look at King. Yeah, the color looks good. It is 5:25 in the evening. We've worn this new L'Oreal foundation balm for a good 8 hours. I actually just got back from the gym not too long ago. I did a run and an upper body workout. This is the foundation. So you can see we are looking dewy right in this section right here. But what I do like about this foundation is that it stayed on and in place. Even through sweating, because I did run, my makeup is not moving. Like, it is on, and I can very much appreciate that. So I'm really happy with that aspect, the fact that this is still on the face. Now, like I said, I am dewy right here. Did pick up some shine right in the center of the face. Everywhere else looks pretty good. I feel like the foundation balm really did become one with the skin, which is a great thing. If you wanted to continue wearing this foundation for longer, you absolutely can, just taking a little blotting sheet and touching up. I'm just going to show you what that looks like when you do that. Looks like that, and it's back to normal and you're good to go. I do think that if I hadn't worked out, it probably would have held up a little less oily right in this midsection, but I just wanted to take you through a realistic day, show you how this actually wears. And I think it does really well in terms of longevity and looking really nice and feeling lightweight and comfortable on the skin, which is a plus. I would say though, if you are somebody that prefers a matte finish, this isn't going to be your first choice product. I do feel like this foundation is best suited for those people that don't mind some radiance peeking through at the end of the day. Even with doing all your routine, you're still gonna have to do some touch-ups later if you do have very oily skin. So just keep that in mind. Now, as for the price, this does retail between like $15 to $18, just depending on where you get it. So that's not too bad. I would say this foundation, out of the other two high-end foundation balms that came out, the It Cosmetics one and the Laura Mercier, I feel like this is like the perfect in-between. If you don't want too much radiance, if you don't want matte. Because the Laura Mercier one is matte. This one I would say falls right in the middle, because I do feel like the It Cosmetics one is much more radiant. Like, it is very, very radiant. I feel like this one does give the healthy glow from within. Then by the end of the day, on somebody with oily skin, it will get dewy, but I do feel like on somebody with like dry to normal skin, this is going to look just like skin for the entire day. It's not going to look overly glowy, anything like that. But I do feel like for my people with combination to oily skin, you will pick up the shine, but it's not too severe like some other products that I've tried where I'm like, oh my god, I look like a greasy ball, you know? This one isn't horrible, and as you can see, once you touch it up, it still looks really nice and in place. So this versus this. Let me know your thoughts. Is this new L'Oreal foundation balm something that you would check out? Yay or nay? I'm going to continue using this and give you guys more well-developed thoughts as the weeks progress. I do want to do a video trying new drugstore makeup, and I'll include this in there and give you guys another update. So stay tuned for that. But I do think that this is like that perfect in-between foundation of those other two foundation balms we've seen, It Cosmetics and Laura Mercier. And I do feel like this one does wear beautiful, and it has great pigment. So that pigmentation and the longevity of it, I think I really can appreciate. And the fact that it's still sitting well like this after a run, I feel like it held up very well. So I'm impressed. But let me know your thoughts down below. Is this something that you would check out, bonitas? Let's chat down below. I love interacting contigo, and I appreciate you guys tuning into my videos. It really means the world to me. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Adios, bonitas.